All right, Rory, we are back. Today we have a special guest.
Yes, sir.
Now, Rory, this guest here, he's a very unique guest. He's like, he's a child prodigy, child star, singer, dancer, songwriter, actor, probably models on the weekends. But he's a guy that I'm a fan of. I've been watching him for a long time. And he's here with us today. And he's in one of your favorite shows this upcoming season. He will be on Grey's Anatomy.
Of course.
Today we are joined by the talented Trevor Jackson.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro. That was an incredible introduction. I feel great after that introduction.
No. I mean,
sometimes you forget who you are, and then someone says something.
Somebody has to give you your flowers and let you know. No, but you're somebody that just in watching, film and obviously Broadway, been seeing you throughout the years, watched you grow up, but to see what you're doing now and see the things that you're doing in your career and still at it, it's good to see black men always doing good things and always sticking to what they want to do. So It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Thank you, man. Nice to meet you guys too, man. Fan of the show. So
New music out?
New music out
We was talking about it tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's called I Love You. It's an EP. It's the first of a series that leads up to the album. The album is, am I allowed to say the album title?
Why not?
The album is I Love You Goodbye, the greatest breakup album of all time.
The greatest breakup album of all time.
Well, hold on, let's backtrack. How did we get to the greatest breakup album of all time?
Yeah,
it has to draw from some type of inspiration.
Where did the inspiration come from?
Unless you had the greatest breakup of all time.
No, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's the greatest breakup album of all time. So I called it that.
Why is that?
I wrote it so close to my breakup in such an honest way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
Did she hear it yet?
Yeah.
What did she say? Like, what's her feedback?
There's not really any...
Did she say change that bridge?
That was like... She probably heard some of it, you know what I'm saying? But...
He went from she heard it to she heard some of it.
She maybe heard some of it. It's a long story.
That means he changed a couple records.
So look, we weren't even talking, right? But before my surgery, I was scared. And I was like, what if I just, I get nervous about doctors and shit. And I was like, what if something happened? So I sent it before my surgery. I was like, hey. And then she was just like, it's going to be okay. Basically being like, that's it, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I Love You Goodbye was the last thing she said to me on the phone. And that's
goodbye is like right before you're about to have surgery.
No,
said, I love you, goodbye.
This was like a quick text, but on the phone, when last time we spoke, ever spoke, she was like, I love you, goodbye. And I was like, this hurts me, but also incredible album title.
How do you just hang the phone up on I love you, goodbye to somebody that you was with? Like, and is it like, is that the closure? Like, that was it?
That was it. And it made sense to me. It's like, we love each other, but it just ain't right. Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah. That's healthy.
Do you take accountability on this greatest breakup of all time?
What do you mean take accountability?
The sentence.
In what way? In what way?
Do you take accountability on the EPs and leading up to the project of your role in the relationship?
Yeah, 100%. And again, nobody did one thing or the other. It's just it just wasn't right. And I'm the type of guy I feel like I would have held on forever, you know what I'm saying? And I was, I'm like, this is it. This is my, so I'm glad that it happened because where I am now, I would go through the pain again a million times. I tore my Achilles also 2 weeks after we broke up. I tore my Achilles. So I was really... Yeah. Right? That's what everybody was saying.
Or sometimes you purposely have to hurt yourself to see if she'll visit you in the hospital. I know what time it is. He went on the court and just went. Let's see if she liked me.
It's not as traumatic as what Lamar did in the bunny ranch. Like, he killed himself and came back to life. Like, we're not going to do that.
It worked, though.
It worked.
Lamar Odom got his girl back.
Absolutely.
That entire thing.
So, Trevor, talk to us about, what is it like growing up in front of the camera, man? Like, you played young Simba in The Lion King, which is you got that on your resume. Everybody's ears are perking up at that point. Yeah. But what is it like to come up in this industry as a child, grow up, become a man, go through everything in front of the camera? Like, what's that experience like?
Life is hard enough as it is, so you add that, it's definitely going to be a little harder, but I'm thankful to have the family that I have and the support system that I had that I was never too concerned about people's opinion of me, right? And I feel like a lot of people in my position are always on the phone. What are they saying? Are they talking about me or they're being mean? Like,
so you don't care about social media?
Nah. Okay. Like, the only reason, that's why I started doing the team mixes because I hated social media so much and everybody that I met were like, you got to have a social media presence. I was like, the only thing I feel comfortable doing, people seeing me do is music, so I started doing the team mixes and that's kind of how that came about. But yeah, I'm thankful that I'm so loved and I'm so supported by my family and my team that, I don't create for anybody's approval. You know what I'm saying? Good.
But what was Broadway like as a kid?
It was amazing.
Just being in that environment as a child has to be overwhelming.
Was that your first ever Broadway or stage theater?
No, so the first thing I did was this thing called the Beef and Boards Christmas Show when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
That was in Indiana. It was like a local thing, but it was equity, like it was a professional job, right, on stage. Okay. And then while I was doing that, everybody was like, you should do Lion King, you should do Lion King. I auditioned. It was an open audition, 5,000 kids. It was like a giant audition. Yeah, 5,000. And I remember being there, we're waiting, whatever. I auditioned. Didn't think I was going to get it. They called me. And I was one of the youngest that they've ever hired. They wait till they're like 9 or 10, but I was like 8, like I just turned 8.
But what's that, like you getting that call that you were...
I'm screaming. There's a video of it.
At 8 years old. Yeah, that has to be like...
It's nuts. So I didn't get that call, right? So my mom knew, and she had a dinner at my grandmother's house. God rest my grandmother's soul. She just passed away. But we were all there just sitting. And then she's like, so Trev, just want to say, we're going to have to leave soon because you're going to be in like it. And I was like, I'm
such a mom way to
can't wait to be a mom way to do it. Yeah.
I'm running up, grabbing, jumping on her. Like, yeah man. And I felt like we did it, because she, right before that, we had gotten into a car accident, like really bad. I was like paralyzed for a few days. My spine was bruised, so I couldn't move.
Damn.
And this was maybe like a week or two before my mom was like, because we were debating. She was like, I don't know if he really wants it. Is he just a kid saying this? Like, but after the accident, after I was good, she's like, no, we're going. Yeah. We're going to go.
That's dope.
How did she and your family balance that entire thing of you?
It wasn't easy. My dad was like, you're taking my son away. My dad's family, it's like, you're just stealing our, and she's like, this is what he wants, and my mom always did good of asking me always, you still having fun? You still want to do this? Like, if you don't want to, we can go home. Yeah. I'm like, what? It's the best time I've ever had. Like, picture getting to go to a park or a playground, but in every city. Yeah. Right. Every city I get to go to, I'm going to state parks, learning about new ways of, how people live in different cities. It was dope. It was a training also for my hard work and my work ethic. We had 8 shows a week, but because we were young, we could only do 4 and 4. But if the other kid is sick, I have to do all 8 shows, So, and if I didn't get to perform, I'm mad. Like if he's performing, I'm like, I want to be on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's something you always wanted.
Yeah. How
did you fall into music? Was music a big part of your family?
My family, movies and music, they always just are watching movies, always well-rounded with the type of music that they were listening to. Go from Elton John to Brian McKnight to, It was just very...
Brian McKnight, you're a little too young to know about Brian.
I love Brian McKnight. I can't wait for you to hear the album.
I definitely want to hear the album. The record, the One Foot In record is dope. But we had to talk off camera about it being R&B.
R&B.
But the album is R&B. But that is a pop record.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it though.
By the way, my goal is to not be R&B. My goal is to be the biggest music artist of all time and be global.
You don't want to be boxing it.
Yeah, and I want to make music that... I've been saying this word a lot. I don't want to sound like MLK, but freedom is what I'm trying to promote with everything that I do in life. The way I do it, the type of music I make, the shows I pick, like... My life doesn't make sense for most people, right? They're like, how are you on TV? And then you do this, and then you write a country song, and you go over here and you do, but I'm just taking whatever's coming from wherever it's coming from, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just releasing it, and it feels good, and it feels good to be free.
What do you love more though? Do you love the acting or?
I love music more, only because it's closer to my chest, right? When I'm acting as someone else. I'm acting as another. Someone else wrote the words. Someone else is telling me how to, directing me, but if I'm writing my music, it's so personal and it's so real and it saves me. Like I make music when I feel like I'm gonna explode. Okay. Right. So with the breakup stuff, right? When we broke up, I wrote the album in like 2.5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very fast. It was the quickest album I've ever made it, and I just kept vomiting. I'm crying, recording, putting my leg up, letting the blood run right down. Then I'm recording, put my leg up.
Torn Achilles, broken heart.
Bad. And then I already have back pain. So for my Achilles, because of all these things, like I was it was bad, bro. Yeah. And that saved me. Me being able to make that music and be like, this shit is hard. You bouncing your head back to some shit you made. Yeah. You're like, that's life though. It doesn't even just have to be music. Like you'll bounce your head to moments that you did later in life that you're like, man, I really thought that was going to end me, but it made me, This shit's beautiful. Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to.
How did you navigate from the Broadway side to the music side when it comes to production? Was a lot of resources come from people you met in the Broadway world?
No. So the Broadway was actually kind of really separate from my music stuff, right? So I did Broadway for 3 years. I toured on 2 years on the East Coast, 1 year on the West Coast. And then everybody was like, yo, this kid, like you guys got to make sure you either move to New York or LA, New York or LA. And I love the beach. I'm a surfer, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we'll go to LA. And I moved to LA when I was 11. I'm auditioning, trying to, make stuff happen. I got signed to Atlantic Records when I was 15. Mm-hmm. That was kind of, hey, do this, wear this, be this guy, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't even find my sound or like producers or the way I wanted to make music until me and my brother one day were like, we're doing the next drone. We're going to make all the songs. You know what I'm saying? And that was In My Feelings. That was our first time writing. And it was funny, the looks on our faces when we made a song, we're like, oh, you don't have to get someone to write it. You don't have to get someone to make the beat. Also, you don't need a vocal producer. I remember, bro, paying $5,000 out of my budget for a vocal producer. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, most vocal producers can't sing. Almost all of them. Right. Do you know how frustrating it is to fucking sit there and he's trying to
like, I sing better than you.
He's like, I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to sound. That's not how it's supposed to sound. Yeah. So
what was the sound at this time when you were with Atlantic? Like, what was happening in the industry as far as what was the norm?
It was just if I guess at that time, Trey songish.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? Just that kind of vibe, which I love Trey Songz. I think Trey Songz is great, but it just felt very like niche. You know what I mean? I just didn't. I don't even know if I said that word right, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It was for Trey. A lot of that over singing doesn't work for everybody else. It works for Trey. It doesn't work for everyone else.
Yeah. And me too. That was a big issue. Was like I just sounded like other people. I sounded like Chris or I sounded like this, and I had to find my voice. But I would do it. I wouldn't change anything, man. Like I said, that's how I feel about life. Like where I am now, my sound is there. And we had an interview earlier today, and they were talking about this Eblis commercial that I did for eczema, and you can barely hear my voice in the back, but people were calling me, hey, is this you? Or even on Twitter, I'm like, y'all can tell my voice. So I felt like in that moment, I was like, yeah, my sound, it's me.
People recognize me.
Yeah. I feel seen. I have eczema.
Yeah, but you do? Your eczema is different though. You're a white guy. Like
it's worse, man. You can see it worse.
You're just ashy.
No, it's red. You can see it.
You can see it. We'll get you some Eblis.
No, I'm trying to
get you a pack.
Use code.
Use code.
So you had the Superfly movie.
Yeah.
Now, when we had first heard that the Superfly was coming out, I was like, I hope they don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
It's, old black exploitation, I guess is what they call it. Film. Classic film, Superfly.
Yeah.
But the version that you did, I actually liked the movie. I thought it was cool.
I appreciate it.
Why didn't we get another, like a part 2 or like maybe like a TV? Because I felt like the movie was dope, but I felt like the story
wasn't full, right?
It wasn't done. It was it was so many other ways. That was never a conversation at all.
There's a lot of people who want to do it too, and but some of the producers and things, it just didn't, work out. And for me, I was cool with the one and done, because that was a moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I captured that moment. I captured that character, and then I released it. Now I'm on to the next thing, and that's just kind of how I felt about it. And also, when you play something that's so iconic, you become that guy, the Superfly guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true. You get boxed in.
Which, there's Michael Jackson movies about to come out, and, I could have auditioned for that and went for that, and I'm like, if I kill it, it's bad, and if I don't do a good job, it's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you're Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And so I kind of try to be careful with that.
Are there any films, TV, any roles that you passed on that you look back and be like, damn, like I should have took that one?
No. There's none that it's the opposite though. There's a lot of ones that I wish I had gotten, and I'm glad I didn't get it. That happens a lot.
Which ones you audition for?
Say it.
Nice.
It's okay.
Tried to get me.
What you mean?
I'm a professional.
No, we ain't trying to start that show. Yeah, we're not trying to start
no
This is not that show at all.
But there's some just projects. I'm like, okay, that wouldn't have made sense, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I like that. The fact it just wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have made sense.
It doesn't align with your brand.
And God is good in that way though, right? It's like we feel like we need this stuff.
Whenever they do that, whenever they bring God, whenever they say God is good, it's like, all right, fam.
Yeah.
You see what the team does? Yeah. See, this is the shit that y'all do to Trevor, and now he's sitting here, he don't know he can just kick it with us. He's like, because God is so good.
We're not trying to get him to diss Issa Rae. We know the amount of roles that he should have gotten, but just bring God.
But God is good.
But it's God. Sometimes God
is great.
All the time.
God is so good.
All the time.
And he's always on time.
Hey, neighbor.
Hug your neighbor.
Hey, love thyself. As you love that neighbor.
What do you think has brought more insecurity though with the business? TV, movies, or music?
Music.
How so?
I think it's a combination of them, right? I felt because I did TV and music, people weren't really understanding the level of quality in my voice or performances or whatever.
Okay.
I feel like I'm one of the best. You know what I'm saying? And that's only because I study the best and I take it very, very seriously. I'm not here to make a lot of money. I'm not here to get some chicks. I'm here to be one of the greatest that ever lived. And so I felt like because people had seen me, you know, on TV when I was doing music, they weren't even really listening.
Okay.
They weren't even really, you know, seeing it. And now they're like, oh my God, he sings. I'm like, I probably sang better when I was 15, 16, you know? Like, I was really going hard, but it all, again, God is good.
I mean, even just to have like a human moment based off what the amount of things we work on outside of this podcast too, that we think may compromise our perception here.
Yeah.
Getting Grey's Anatomy is amazing. That's incredible TV history.
Yeah.
But also trying to put music out at the same time. Is that in the back of your mind of
yes,
like,
always.
fuck, could this ruin one side of it? No matter how good both are?
Not now. Not where I am now, but I think at some point I was worried about that. Like, if I was doing Grownish, I probably wanted to, like, a lot of times a team would be like, hey, let's promote the Grownish and the music at the same time, which I didn't mind it, but I wanted it to be, I'm here because I'm my music.
Yeah.
Or I'm here because I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
these two things, they don't have to be complete.
Because I take both very seriously. It's not because I can do it, it's because I need to. I have to do these things, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of, but now I'm at a place where I've embraced everything that I am. I'm not ashamed of being multifaceted. And it always made me laugh. Speaking of the basketball player over there, like, my brother's also a hooper, but like the person on the court, the person on the court that can pass, that can shoot, that can dunk, that can steal, that's a good defensive player, that's the best player on the court.
Yeah.
So why in any other field, why is that different?
Yeah.
I can sing just as good as I can act, I can produce, I can write, you know what I mean? And I'm
well, there's a such thing as, and it's fucked up, but there's a such thing as being too talented.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, there's sometimes people look and they be like, is this a gimmick? Like, this kid can't act as good and sing as good and dance this good. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes people are kind of like, pick one. What do you do? What is it that you do? But in your case, you're like, I'm passionate about.
I'm a capturer of moments. And I'm also honestly surviving with the things that I do. They're part of my therapy. They're part of me being able to get up in the morning and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I can't sleep. I got to make a song first and I can sleep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a part of my existence.
What was the toughest pill for you to swallow, maturing and becoming a man in the industry? Like, what was the one thing that you was like?
Not taking, I took some stuff for granted, opportunities. You know, I think when I was younger, and I'm not ashamed of myself, I'm not bashing old me or anything, but I feel like there was a time where I wasn't as grateful as I should have been in the positions that I was at. Because I was worried about just life stuff and not being like, yo, it's a privilege to be able to be on set. It's a privilege to be able to get on stage. I get to do those things. I don't have to do those, right? So I think maybe that I probably was like most disappointed in that, but yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, if you growing up in the industry as a kid, I would think that a lot of that is a tribute to you being young, though. Yeah. Like, you don't know to not take certain things for granted at a young age. Just like, I'm 15, 16. Right. You know, I don't have that in my brain yet of like, this is like, you know, some people do. Some people get that, they learn that jewel, they pick up that jewel early. Yeah. But for others, it takes becoming 25, 26, 27 to look back and be like, yo, I should have definitely.
Man, 27, that year for me was the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's when the breakup happened.
Oh, so she put it in perspective.
Yeah, no. God did. No, I'm joking.
Gosh, came back.
So good.
We are not giving her that credit. But I hear what you're saying. But also, I may disagree with your therapist in that regard. Like, if you've been hitting nothing but net since you was 8 years old, it's not that you are taking things for granted. You're just living in the reality that you're in. Yeah. Yeah, you want to keep going and keep. All right, yeah, I did Lion King at 8 years old. That doesn't mean I now need to settle and, let me go back to that moment and try to really empathize what happened. No, it's time to keep moving fucking forward. Doesn't mean I'm taking that for granted. I'm moving on with what I'm doing. Right. So I think you should get your money back from your therapist.
That's basically what you're saying. Get your fucking money back.
Get your money back. All right, therapy is good though. The right therapist is good.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And especially as black men, I think.
Oh man, so important.
We need therapy. Like, I learned that later in life. Like, you know what? We all need that.
Because you know when you say it out loud, you're like, whoa, right?
Because it's almost like you're saying something's wrong with me. Yeah, I think that's the tone that comes with therapy.
But it's not that.
It's not that.
I mean, then why take a shower? Right. Something's wrong with you, so you're not gonna get in the shower to get clean. That don't make no sense. Right. Yeah, it's cleansing the mind. It's
Explain that to my Irish Catholic parents. It's just like taking a shower. Yeah.
So you got the role in Grey's Anatomy. First of all, congrats on
Thank
that.
you very
Because
much.
that is
Black doctor on TV.
listen, that is amazing. Amazing.
Very, very cool.
Was this something that was kind of on your vision board or something that just came about?
Randomly. And then when it happened, I'm like, whoa, this is sick.
Grey's Anatomy that's a big deal. Bro.
It's sick, bro. And just, I'm so sorry. I'm so unprofessional.
Is that God?
That's God.
That's the greatest breakup of all time, right there.
So, sorry, what was I saying in my brain?
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy, yeah.
Yeah, it was an audition that was kind of, it was amongst a few that I had like maybe had that week, like two, 3. And I was like, okay, let me just put these on tape. Didn't think anything was going to happen. A few weeks passed, they called me. But being able to go to work, I've worked on a bunch of sets, but now I get to go and everything is new. You know what I'm saying? Lab coats, surgeons. Sometimes they got these dummy fake bodies. And I'm like, oh, shoot, thinking it's a real person. Like, it's dope. Yeah. It's fun.
What was, I guess, outside of the audition, once you got the role, the training for that? Like, we've talked with Nick Cannon about when he had to do drumline. He actually had to go do the whole thing. We've talked to people that have done army roles, like they went to boot camp for real. Like, did you have to?
I did not do.
Did you have to play the operator game? Like at least the operator game at minimum.
I did not.
To try
what they did have us do though, we did some training with some bananas and like sewing.
How did you do?
Really?
Stitching. I did horrible, and I was
Everyone's
mad.
gonna die. Right?
Everyone's dead. She's bleeding out. Call it. What time? She died at this time. Seriously, dude, it's not easy, and it's crazy. So that they got the pros in there, and there's nothing worse than somebody being really good at something, trying to explain it to you, like it's okay while they're doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, so you just want to keep it. He's literally using one finger to stitch, right? That's how cold he is. And it's taken me like
for
20, 30 minutes.
Bananas fucked up.
They're like, we'll come back. They're like, okay, he's an actor. Just go say the lines.
We'll shoot a wide. It won't be a close up.
No, because insert get another dude.
Now, is there, because I have this theory about actors. I think actors are some of the craziest people.
You have to be a little bit, bro.
You have to be a sociopath to some degree.
Is there ever going to be a time where, you meet a girl, say she has no idea who you are?
Yeah.
And because now you're on Grey's Anatomy and now you know how to talk like a doctor, is there ever going to be a time where you act like you're a doctor in real life and have this conversation? Like, so last week you lost this patient on the table and he was just like...
I'm sure in a few months I could do that.
That is sick that y'all have the ability to really like flip that on in real life.
Man, it's not difficult, bro, because I'm from the UK and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's easy.
See?
I've done that
That's
before.
why she left. That's why she left.
100%.
I've gotten that too. Oh my God, you literally lie for a living. Like, how can I believe anything you say?
So women have hit you with that before?
Oh, so many times.
How is that? Because they don't know when you're being real sincere.
It hurts, bro.
That is crazy.
Okay, but have you used it?
And that laugh. That laugh.
I didn't even like, and then you folded your leg. I didn't I can pick up on cues.
Now I'm a fan of her. I'm glad you left you.
No, I'm on her side. I see why she said, I love you, goodbye. I totally understand.
She was being manipulated the whole time.
He started in the middle of the argument. Y'all need to give me a little bit of head. It looks like, whoa,
Hey,
what the
listen,
fuck?
man. He said, listen, do you mind taking your pants off for a bit? Is that cool?
But that is dope to have that ability as an actor.
It's not, that's scary.
It is, though.
For your for your regular life. Because at some point, if you're doing that every day,
if you're not to
You
manipulate,
shouldn't abuse your power.
Right.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Right. There
because
you go.
I felt on a way smaller scale when I've had arguments with past partners, they've said to me in an argument, "Stop podcasting," and I'm like, "I'm not fucking podcasting."
Yeah.
And then I started
They're
hearing
just trying
myself.
to
I'm like, "Wait, I'm podcasting right now."
No. Here's what I will say.
Sometimes you can't turn the shit off.
in the middle of an argument.
You need better help. 20% off. New Rory and Maul. You need therapy. It becomes a tick. Like it becomes what's the Jim Carrey shit?
Which one? So many.
The movie.
The Mask?
Liar, liar.
No, when he's in a reality show.
Oh,
Truman Show. Sometimes it becomes a Truman Show. Like
Love
in the
that,
middle, all of a sudden you selling products and the whole shit. Sometimes you just get caught in the world, like the lines blur.
Yeah.
In that regard.
I will say this, someone that loves you, your partner, when they're hurt, they're going to hurt you by the thing that you love almost as much as them, which is your job, right? Podcasting. So it doesn't matter what you do. I'm sure if you were a chef, she'd be like, what are you trying? What is this? So you're in the chef room? Right? They'd use anything that trying to stab and twist.
I'm not one of your sous chefs.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You can't just yell at me because I'm not a piece of meat, okay?
You want me to say yes, chef? Is that what you want me to say?
That's what they would
That
say.
girl said, I'm not your sous chef.
I'm not your sous chef. You can't just talk like that, okay?
So how do you go from preparing for Grey's Anatomy to then...
Sorry, I am sweating like a big girl.
Are you?
Yes.
Is the AC on over there, Josh?
Turn that on.
Is it on?
Yeah. And do you think you would have changed your Achilles injury post Grey's Anatomy training? Would you have told the doctor after the Achilles injury of the surgery, like, I don't think it should stitch that way?
No.
You're doing this all wrong.
Absolutely, I'm telling you.
My guy on set can do this with one hand.
So what are you doing?
Right.
Maul, you've been telling me nonstop that you're thinking about upgrading to the all-new iPhone 17 Pro because it is designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever. You will not shut up about it.
The zoom feature is incredible.
Insane. But are you also thinking about the traffic on your way to the store or transferring all your data?
No, I'm not thinking about that.
Well, if you were, good news. When you order a new phone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or work or to deliver your brand new iPhone 17 Pro and get you set up on the Boost Mobile within minutes. No hassle whatsoever.
Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for selected devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Today's show is brought to you by our new presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet. It's simple, it's clean, it's packed with new promos every day, starting with your first bet. New customers can place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you get not only your winnings, but also $150 in extra bonus bets.
I like that.
This coming Monday, it's Jets in Miami. They're both 0-3, so have a blast betting on that one.
Somebody's O's gotta go.
Somebody's
O's.
gonna.
It's gotta
they have
go.
to win. So clearly, someone's gonna win. So bet with Hard Rock Bet. Download the app right now. Make your first deposit today.
Payable and bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida in Florida. Offered by Seminole Hard Rock Digital LLC in all other states. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Ohio, Tennessee, or Virginia to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? In Florida, call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. In Indiana, if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, New Jersey, Ohio, Tennessee, and Virginia. So you have the episode, the EP, I Love You.
Yeah.
October 3rd.
Coming out October 3rd, tomorrow.
Yes. How long did it take for you to get the songs to a place where it's like, okay, I'm ready to put this out? Because as songwriters, sometimes y'all live in y'all head a lot and y'all hear things that other people don't hear. Are you one of those people that it takes you a while to get the album done? Or is it like, yo, I got the record, this is it, I'm putting this out?
I finished it in 2.5 weeks, this album. So fast. And I didn't go back, you know what I mean? There might have been some production stuff that, the team wanted to change, but in terms of my vocal performance, my edits and all that, as long as it's close to the moment that it happened, it's real. It's the realest version of it. I don't want to meddle.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
With the, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how a lot of artists fuck up everything. When
they
let shit sit and then it's like, all right, well, let's just revamp it and make it. No, that was the moment.
Yeah.
All the energy was in that.
Absolutely, dude. I was feeling so much. And the only way I could articulate it if I made it there. Now, if I took a minute and I probably would have tried to be cool about it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Instead of being, so the funny thing is I have like 4 albums that are finished, complete, not going to change. They're already done, the order, everything, they're finished. And, some of the team and I were like, maybe we do another one. And I was like, there's no way, like this has to come out first so I can release this.
Okay.
And then, you know what I mean?
I can move on to the next one.
Yeah, move on to the next one.
Did you work with anybody on this album or is this all like in-house? Your team?
This is mainly in-house. Me and my brother, Ian Jackson, shout out. Mm-hmm. And then Brunis Charles played a lot of guitar. And there's a few other, maybe like 1 or 2 other producers, but I wrote probably 90% of the album. And yeah, man, it came together in a beautiful way. Is
there any artist that you've worked with that you want to work with again, or any artist that you've never worked with that you like, yo, I got to get a record with, I got to get a studio with this person? Absolutely. So writers, by the way, I want to shout out Mike J, one of the most incredible songwriters of all time, wrote Turn Up the Music for Chris Brown. He's an animal. So him and I did Worth Fighting For, which is on this album that you'll hear. So I want to work with him again. Dom and Darius, incredible. Their Black Tuxedo is their name together. Eric Bellinger, worked with him and will always work with him. Like, he's one of the few people at first that kind of in music, that was like that dude right there. You. Right? And after I'm like, this dude writes smashes. And you think my shit is tight? Right. Bet. I'm doing something right. I'm doing something.
He doesn't play when
and
he
that's
says.
what you know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt. And, he took me on tour with him, bro. Like, it really meant a lot to me. So that's somebody I'll always respect and be there for. Eric is dope. Yeah, good dude. And then also Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men.
That's family.
That was another guy to go like,
Sean is our guy.
Hey, bro. You're doing it. Everything that you said you wanted. If you're looking at us and being like, hey, you're doing it. We're so proud of. We see everything you're doing, and you keeping it alive. Let's go, right? And I'm almost crying when they're talking. And they thought I was playing around. They're like, is this guy for real? I was like, no, you guys. I've listened to you my whole life, like, and not just listened to you, like played the run a million times so I can do it. Yeah. There's actually a song on the album called "Kept It." Oh, no, not Kept It. Is it Man Is Still? One of the damn songs. But the riff is the exact same from Yesterday. Or Beninese. Beninese.
We'll cut that part so you keep the publishing.
Yeah, right. It's just a riff. I changed it a little. You know?
Yeah, no, it was an interpretation.
But the riff, right? That's how much I love these guys. It's like, yo. So when these people were telling me that, when you were asking me maybe insecurities, when I had that from them, those vanished.
Who are some of the songwriters that you would like to work with? Or some that just inspired you when you were growing up?
I want to work with Drake. I want to work with Wayne. I want to work with Rascal Flatts. I want to work with, I hate this. I always get this question and then later on be in the car like, why didn't I say?
Well, I meant more just songwriter. I mean, of course, Drake, Wayne, and all them are songwriters, but, specifically down to what, you were saying what Eric Bellinger is outside of him being an amazing artist. We know his pen is what
animal. I would like to work with Pooh Bear.
Of course,
Beast. I've worked with Diane Warren a bunch, and she's incredible. Yeah. And we got records. So remember those albums I was telling you about, she got some on those, right? And everything too that I've done, guys, is so story. Like, this is all a part of the story. So the album that came out before this, It's Complicated. This album that's coming out is the prequel to that, right? So that album is basically I'm the guy on the side. We still mess around. Then the breakup album comes out, and then the next album is like, okay, we're not together anymore. I'm going back outside. Kind of how all my homies told me to handle the breakup is what Motion is. Okay. Right? They're all like, go back outside.
Okay. How did they tell you? Because Maul is probably the worst homie that you could ever be next to when you're going through a breakup.
Are you crying over a chick right
now? I'd be going through it. Maul's like, yo, you got 2 days to cry. And then shut the fuck up,
man. Get that shit.
I'm like, no, I'm hurting right now.
Yeah, no,
you get a weekend. Go through it.
That ain't long enough.
Cry. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to shower. Just stay in bed. Do whatever. But after that, it's just like, yo, come on, fam. We gotta move.
I like that energy though.
Because it's like, I get it. You get heartbroken, and depending on what happened in the relationship, it hurts. And, you become accustomed to this person always being there.
That's what it more is, I think, for a lot of people, is the habitual.
Yeah, it's the habit. That's human nature. We all have habits. And when you're used to somebody
after 5 years, can I get more than a weekend to get over this habit?
You need a...
I get it. Like, I get it, but it's like, you can take
another
time.
5 years.
You can take 5 years to get over it. It's crazy.
Hey, that'll get you the next girl that you'd be like, I haven't dated in 5 years. That's a good pickup line.
Nah, never take 5 years to get over no. No, we're not doing that. How do you get into the mindset of when you're about to record music versus going on set to shoot? Is it a different like preparation, or like what is that time like for you?
Depending on the role, right? And the quantity of work. If I have a few lines, I tend not to look at it. If it's just a few like one-liners here, I want to be, it actually is very similar to the music, as close to the moment as possible. How would I really react to this if I see it real quick? Okay, ask me. And then however I respond, however my body moves, right? That's the realest version. But that's kind of similar with the music. Like, as soon as a situation happens with me, I'm running downstairs. I got to make this song. It's off of the initial feeling. But if there's a bigger batch of work, a bigger role, and there's more words, and maybe it's a different character, I would dive in. I would like to eventually do the Daniel Day-Lewis, the Joaquin Phoenix. Like, I want to take 3 months and go live somewhere and then shoot the movie after I live there for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And really, if I'm supposed to be a doctor, work or sleep in a hospital for months. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
I want that. And it took me I was supposed to do a film with Shia LaBeouf. It fell through due to some other stuff. But when we were rehearsing for the film, I saw what it took, because he's one of my favorite actors of all time. Shia LaBeouf is.
He's dope.
And
incredible directors.
Yeah. He's an animal.
No, he's
you know what I'm saying?
Talented.
Like it's almost like when you, like if you see LeBron or Kobe or something in there on the court, like practicing it, it's like when I was like watching him, I'm like, oh, he's trying to murder this shit. Yeah. He wants to murder it, and just the amount of work that he was doing. It was a cop movie, and he had already been 2 months before I had met him. He was already going to the cop station every day. He had hours and hours of footage on his phone. He's asking him if he can record in the ride-alongs and stuff. Like, he wants to be it. Yeah. He wants to be it. Yeah. So I do want to do that at some point.
Is like, what is your dream role? Like, what is the movie?
Superhero. I want to be Silver Surfer.
Superfly already. That's
that is superhero.
That's a superhero.
Yeah.
But I'd love to be Silver Surfer or like a Miles Morales, an older Miles Morales, or I'm spacing on the name, but there's a black Batman. That would be sick. And also any movie with Denzel.
What did you feel about the last Batman? Like, a lot of people didn't like it because it was so dark and like.
Rob Pattinson was fire.
I thought that was dope. I thought that was people. They didn't have the action that people are used to in Batman movies.
Yeah, I'm a film guy though, right? So I like the long sequences. I like the zoom in. Like I'm into that. Yeah. A lot of movies that I love, people are like, that's boring. I'm like, that's because you're not watching it the way I'm watching it, right? I'm watching it for other reasons. So I loved it. Matt Reeves, the director, went nuts. The coloring went nuts. The painting went nuts. Colin Farrell, also one of my favorite actors. Yeah, Colin Farrell,
close cousin.
Nut. That's your cousin? Oh,
last name's Farrell.
Oh, your last name's Farrell too? Oh, sick.
Yeah, that's his cousin. He did the.
I didn't do the color.
You helped him prep for Penguin?
He killed that.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
He killed that role.
I was at the phone booth.
Hey, that's
I was there.
That's an underrated movie.
Are you being funny?
Booth?
No, I'm not. No, he's my father's second cousin. Yeah. No, I'm really not joking. Yeah.
Serious.
Can I check in?
Yeah.
Sorry, I love him that much.
No, we don't talk. I'm telling you, like, I don't like him and I don't text.
It's that back. He don't talk to him.
But we went to the phone booth.
Dude,
set for sure.
When people say, "Oh no, Colin Farrell," that's the
really
movie
my
I put
cousin.
on.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
Cousin, like 10 times removed. But yeah,
he's an animal, bro.
Yeah.
Sick.
Are there any?
We didn't go to the SWAT set though. We weren't invited.
Yeah, not that.
I was very mad. I was like, Dad, we're not going to the SWAT set.
Are there any movies that you look at now and are inspired by? Like, what did you think about the Sinners movie?
Loved it. Loved it.
I heard that they're releasing it for Halloween.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. And they should. Ryan Coogler, animal. Michael B. Jordan, animal. To me, that was he went crazy in that. And I was just so proud of it, honestly, because I feel like when it's us, they find a way to make something off, right? Yeah. They find a way to, he's either this or he's a little nerd or he's a blah, blah, blah. And he's never the guy, right? And if it is a guy in the big movies, if there's a black dude in it, he has less lines or he does the stuff but not as good as the other, you know what I mean? I always feel this way. I'm always watching stuff like this and I'm like, it's programming. It's like, hey, this is where I see it will always be a little bit less, right? So when I saw Sinners and everybody looked good, the lighting was good. Sometimes it'll be that too. It'll be a movie and there's a black guy and they don't light him right. And they, you know what I mean? Yeah. They lit everything right. Everybody looked amazing. They looked cool. They looked strong. They looked, felt good.
I was happy that I went to see that in the theaters.
Oh, you have to see it in the theaters.
Yeah, because I was on the side of, I was like, I'll wait till this, because movies only last, 3 weeks in the theaters now, if that, before they're streaming. Yeah. But that Sinners movie, I was glad that I got to go to the theater and experience that movie because I thought it was dope.
It was really, really good.
And the actor, what's the singer? What's his name?
Oh yeah, he went crazy. The young bull. I don't know his name exactly. I'm spacing on his name.
I didn't realize he was really singing.
Yeah, he's cold. I could tell only because I just saw how he was in it. You can tell when somebody can't sing and they're trying to like fake sing.
Yeah, you can see it. But him, I just saw like a video of him singing like those songs live. I was like, wait, he's a singer. Yeah. Fucked me up.
But he also acted his ass off in that.
He did. He did a great job.
That's his first time, right? Yeah. Yeah, acted his butt off. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, who is this kid?
No, he killed it. He was the star of the movie. Yeah, I mean, I get Michael B. Jordan's character, but that was the star of the movie.
It was the heart. You know, every time. It was such a good movie.
It was great.
I got to rewatch.
You think traditional R&B is niche now? Yeah. You think it's... it'll never be over for traditional R&B. I would never be that person to say that.
Definitely niche. It's changing, you know? It's changing. But I hope to kind of try and keep it alive a little bit. But I definitely think it lost its place. And that I think it plays into this thing, right? I think today's society, effort is frowned upon, which I hate.
I think it's frowned upon.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing. And it's my little nephews, it's not cool to try. Yeah. You gotta be, and I'm like, we're missing out on probably some of our greatest artists, painters, musicians, because they think it's not cool. I know this singer, I know this basketball player who can sing, and he would never sing in front of his friends because they would dog him. But this dude, the little white boy, riffing his ass off, and he only does it when we're around, right? Yeah. But he would never tell his friends that he sings. You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know, and I think that plays into that. Because to be a true R&B artist, you have to sing your ass off. Yeah. And there's not a lot of that. You know what I mean? So I think that's why. But I just want people out there to know it's okay to try. It's okay to be good at something. It's okay to put everything you have into things that you love. Like, that's not cool. That's awesome.
That's crazy that you even have to say that.
Yeah,
he didn't tell a lie at all. That's really how this shit is.
Like, you have to say that to people because, again, people think that this, you know, it's kind of like it's not cool to try some new things. Or
it's groupthink. It's groupthink, and that comes again. People are lonely. They want to fit in. So I'd rather fit in than actually follow my dreams. I'd rather be, you know, a part of something, even if I don't fully agree with it, because at least there's someone next to me. At least I'm not, you know, it's scary to be on an Earth in the middle of space and not know why you're here.
And still paying bills.
And still paying bills. And paying for water. You know what I'm saying? Like
debating over water.
Debating over waters. We're talking about Poland Springs here, dude. What the heck? You know what I'm saying? But it's just wild to me. So I think that's what I always want to carry, man, is.
So what is it that Trevor can't do? Like, what are you terrible at?
Sit still.
Can't sit still. That's
the hardest thing for me. But no, I think.
Is it crack? Like, what is it? You can tell me. I'm from the hood, though. Like,
I was born with it. Just some internal crack. Just right now.
Trump told us yesterday that Tylenol is. You've been taking Tylenol our whole lives. I've been on crack. I didn't even know it. I took Tylenol 2 days before Trump told me. I was like, oh, fuck,
you're autistic now.
But you know what I actually found as I got older? It could be anxiety. You know what I mean? It's just like how I like kind of, even people would be like, oh, you're always singing. And I found out later in life, the vagal nerve that helps peace and like breathe and regulate your stuff is based in the back of your head. And when you sing, it vibrates and it calms it. So I would always be singing and I'm thinking, hey, I'm just singing, but it breathed, especially I go into a new place. I remember, this is a funny story, I can tell this. So I meet Lil Wayne, and I don't really meet him because I'm scared, right? But I'm good friends with Twist. We go to meet him, it's his birthday, and my brother, he's stronger than I am, and he gets up and walks over to Wayne. And I didn't want to, he was like behind the thing, I didn't want to come around and like,
it's a little awkward.
So I just kind of sit down, but then we're sitting kind of next to the table and I start singing and his eyes like hit my leg, bro, why are you fucking, and I was like, I don't know, I'm nervous.
Trying to relax. Oh, so you do that to relax yourself.
Yeah, I was like, I'm nervous. And he was like, he's gonna think you're trying to sing in front of him, so we'll get on the song. I'm like, that's not true. I'm just singing because
I want to know my stress ball.
Right. But I'm like, it's Wayne.
What song were you singing though?
Whatever song was playing. It was like some song that was playing.
If somebody just starts busting out in Stevie.
I was going to go with Mrs. Officer. He was
going. But dude, I totally was. And then even in that moment, I was like, yeah, maybe that's why I do it. Because I'd be nervous.
So the only thing you can't do is sit still.
Sit still. No, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things I can't do. I just don't like the word can't. I feel like I can figure it out.
Right,
you know?
Right.
And everything in life that I've really wanted to do, I've done. Like I was like, I want to play guitar, I play guitar. I want to surf, I surf. I'm sure if I woke up and wanted to be a in pottery class, I could do that. But I think the best thing about it is I follow my heart. I follow things I want. And that's why I feel like I'm happy. You know?
That's dope that you keep like that about you, because this industry will rip all that away from you. Yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah.
Been in it since 8. I'm sure they've tried.
Yeah, definitely tried.
Before we let you go, I was having an argument with my dad about AI. And we were talking about sports first.
This is crazy, guys. It's here.
And I was like, yo, boxing and track are the purest forms of athletics on earth. There's no way AI could infiltrate that. Then we started talking about the arts, which have already been infiltrated. I said, Broadway on stage is the purest form of art that's ever existed since the fucking 1600s. AI cannot fuck with Broadway. I'm just someone that buys a ticket to Broadway. Yeah. You've been inside that entire world. Do you think AI could ever fuck with what is going on?
Guys, AI is... Let's talk about
Who's
it, right?
buying a ticket to a Broadway show with AI?
You're not even going to know. That's where we're headed. They're going to look like this. They're going to look like this.
It's not Broadway then.
If it looks and feels like Broadway,
just stay on YouTube.
Broadway. That's where we're headed, though, is what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. And that's the scary part, is that, you know, it gets scary to even talk about, because I'm obsessed with, you know, all these, I've seen almost every movie ever, you know, about AI and all this stuff. And it's like, we are literally in it. And people, that's why I get frustrated too. People like to joke around about it instead of just, you know, sit in what's really happening. This shit is changing fast. It's changing fast and it's changing like in a big way. And we got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
How do you think they could do that though with Broadway? Like, it's easy to see how they could replace, as far as anything in Pro Tools, anything with artists,
but dude,
anything with vocals.
There's already robots. There's already the humanoid robots. Then they're going to add skin. Then they're going to add a voice. Like it's Artificial Intelligence is one of my favorite movies. Yeah. And they were hitting the money on the head. And then it's going to be them versus us type vibe, which I hope it's not. You know what I mean? But it will be that. That's where we're going. In the next,
play video games.
Next fucking 300 years, they will look like us and sound like us and walk around like us.
They just signed that R&B AI to the $3 million.
That's ridiculous.
Deal. I don't even. But it's
never gotten $1 million deal.
But listen, you know why it's so ridiculous? It's so ridiculous that I didn't even read it.
No, I didn't either.
I refuse to even,
I didn't
like,
listen to the
read something
thing.
like
I
that.
think
I'm
it was
like, what
playing
is
and I
that?
like saw it.
What does that even mean that an AI artist signed a $3 million?
That means a very rich man paid a computer guy to create a person and create a sound and kept money in his pocket. Yeah. And said that he gave the person $3 million, but you can't give an AI artist $3 million. It's
okay. The same thing that's going on with radio. We're going to save this for another full episode because I already have this theory of the AI artist. The same way radio is going through this RICO of how they're laundering money, these AI artists are being created and going into the algorithm, to launder the fucking $3 million that you just gave them.
Yes.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
You're setting
exactly. It doesn't exist.
You're setting the price based off the stream, and now you're putting an artist here.
Right.
You're laundering that $3 million to come right back to you.
Doesn't make any
money
sense.
laundering.
And the world is
all that shit is.
so not here that they're like, oh my God, what? You know what I'm saying? That's how people respond to shit. Oh my God, hey. Instead of being like, you know what I mean?
That's a little crazy. That's
and
weird.
That's probably the scariest part too. And I'm sure you guys can attest this because you guys are smart men, is like also knowing that most of the world doesn't give a fuck.
They don't.
That's scary.
99.99% does.
That is scary to me, bro.
They don't. But as an artist, as somebody that is as passionate as you are about arts, how does that keep you motivated to want to keep doing it when you see things like this happen?
Oh, I think honestly, it motivates me in an amazing way. It makes me want to go even harder. But I think this album kind of speaks to the truth about humanity, right? Like I don't feel like a robot could write a breakup song that would feel like these.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because even that thing, even though I didn't listen to it, I heard the voice doesn't, I can't feel it really.
Right.
It kind of sounds a little robotronic.
Yeah, you could tell it's very pieced together.
And even just the way you put words, like, you know, I've seen people like, hey, make an AI song, and it's simple, it's cool, but it's not life experience. It's not, you can tell.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be the separating factor. But then again, they're about to take minds and be able to put them into, you know what I'm saying? We're already here, guys. Open the computer, look some stuff up.
No, it's happening.
Because it's already here.
It's happening.
I'm a robot.
Yeah.
No. Could you imagine the internet? That would be nuts. That would be a way to drop a bomb on the world. The first humanoid Trevor admits to the truth. That's why he does so many things.
That's why he can't sit still.
That's why he can't sit still. He's short-circuiting all the time.
Yeah. We got to give him oil. Before we close, you or Jason Weaver?
Jason Weaver.
Okay.
Jason Weaver.
I was shocked. That was my one.
What is the question? Like,
he knew the question right away.
Yeah.
Can you let me in on the question?
Just can't wait to be king.
Okay. I'm like, wait, I'm Jay Weave. That's my guy. Like, what happened?
No, that's our brother.
Yeah.
Love Jason Weaver.
All right, so Trevor, tell the people the album when?
Album comes out tomorrow. It's called I Love You. Well, no, EP comes out tomorrow. Album comes out in November. And please listen to it. If you ever had your heart broken or haven't yet,
It'll happen.
It'll happen. And
Just wait for it.
You'll be pressing play on this.
Just wait for it. Grey's Anatomy, again, congratulations on the role in Grey's Anatomy. That's huge. That's major. And we support you. Anytime you back in New York, come by and kick it with us.
I will, man. I had a blast, y'all.
I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. That's Trevor Jackson.
Let's go. GG, boys.
Hope this was more fun than the other
this was sick, dude. Thank you, bro. One love, man.